Prahlāda Mahārāja ki, Mahāmanasāya ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srinam Sankirtana ki, all Prachar devotees, all Prachar devotees, all Prachar devotees, all glories, all adṛśyata, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya-manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Sadharupa Padamayyam Dadadisha Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Vidhātuṁ Shri Guru Vaishnavaṁ Sirupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nikantam Sarivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Sahantam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vasata Esvarine Vancha Kalpatarupasya Vipasindhu Mahevacha Patikanam Pavaneko Vaishnaviko Namo Namo Mahāvadannāya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurādishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrinda Pureshwari Vishwamā
गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So on the occasion of Narasimha Chaturdashi, we will be discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 8. Chapter is entitled, The Lord Slays the King of the Demons, and we will be chanting text number 17. This verse explains appearance of Lord Nrsimhadev. satyam vidhātum nija-bhṛtya-bhāṣitam vyāptim ca bhūteṣu akhileṣu cātmanaḥ adṛśyatātyadbhuta-rūpam udvahan stambhe sabhāyāṁ mṛgaṁ mānuṣam satyaṁ vidhātuṁ nija-bhṛtya-bhāṣitam Bhaktiṁ ca bhūteṣu akhileṣu cātmanaḥ adṛśyatātyadbhuta-rūpam udvahan stambhe sabhāyāṁ mṛgaṁ mānuṣam satyaṁ vidhātuṁ nija-bhṛtya-bhāṣitam Bhaktiṁ ca bhūteṣu akhileṣu cātmanaḥ adṛśyatātyadbhuta-rūpam udvahan stambhe sabhāyāṁ mṛgaṁ mānuṣam Vaishnavis, satyam, true, vidhātuṁ, to prove, nija-bhṛtya-bhāṣitam, the words of his own servant, Prahlāda Mahārāja, who had said that his Lord is present everywhere. Vyāptim, the pervasion, cha, and bhūteṣu, among the living entities and elements, akhileṣu, all, cha, also, ātmanaḥ, of himself, adṛśyata, was seen, ati, very, adbhuta, wonderful, rūpam, form, udvahan, taking, stambhe, in the pillar, sabhāyāṁ, within the assembly, not, mṛgaṁ, an animal, nor, mānuṣam, a human being. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. To prove that the statement of his servant Prahlāda Mahārāja was substantial. In other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. Purport. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlāda Mahārāja, "Where is your Lord? Is he present in this pillar?" Prahlāda Mahārāja fearlessly replied, "Yes, my Lord is present everywhere." Therefore, to convince Hiranyakashipu that the statement of Prahlāda Mahārāja was unmistakably true, the Lord appeared from the pillar. The Lord appeared as half lion and half man, so that Hiranyakashipu could not understand whether the great giant was a lion or a human being. To substantiate Prahlāda's statement, the Lord proved that his devotee, as declared in Bhagavad Gita, is never vanquished. Kante prati janihi name bhakta pranashyati. Prahlāda Mahārāja's demoniac father had repeatedly threatened to kill Prahlāda, but Prahlāda was confident that he could not be killed, since he was protected by the Supreme Lord. By appearing from the pillar, the Lord encouraged his devotee, saying in effect, "Don't worry, I am present here." By manifesting his form as Nrsimhadev, the Lord also preserved the truth of Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal or any man. The Lord appeared in a form that could not be said to be fully a man or a lion. Mukham karati vāchalam pangullanghaite giring jatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurung Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Nrsimha Chaturdasi Mahamahotsav ki, Prahlāda Mahārāja ki. So today is very, very auspicious day for a devotee. Every day is auspicious, but today is especially auspicious because on this special day, the special form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Nrsimhadev, appeared to protect his dear devotee, Prahlāda Mahārāja. So Nrsimhadev is very, very important form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the Gauriya Vaishnavas. Why? Because Rupa Goswami has mentioned that out of many, many forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, three forms are very, very prominent and very, very important. Krishna, Rama, and Lord Nrsimhadev. Srila Prabhupada explains that Nrsimhadev removes all the obstacles on the path of our devotional service. And Nrsimhadev helps us to enter into Golok Vrindavan. So you worship Lord Nrsimhadev not to go to Nrsimha Vaikuntha. We worship Lord Nrsimhadev to get the mercy of Lord Nrsimhadev so that we can enter into Golok Vrindavan in the eternal service of Sri Sri Radha Madhav. So that's why Nrsimhadev is very, very important form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prahlāda is also very, very important for all of us. Why? Because Prahlāda is a pure devotee of the Lord. It is explained by Srila Prabhupada in his purport in the 7th canto. In one place, Prabhupada is telling that Prahlāda Mahārāja is a Nitya Siddha Bhakta. And another purport, Prabhupada is writing that Prahlāda Mahārāja is in between Sadhana Siddha and Nitya Siddha. So all of you know there are three kinds of perfect devotees, or Siddha devotees: Sadhana Siddha, Kripa Siddha, and Nitya Siddha. Nitya Siddha devotees come from the spiritual world to help in the pastimes of the Lord. Sadhana Siddha, they get perfection in this world by performing sadhana bhakti. And there is another special category that is known as Kripa Siddha. They are neither sadhana siddha nor Nitya Siddha. So somehow they get causeless mercy of the Lord and get perfection. That is very, very exceptional, and we should not think we should be Kripa Siddha. So normal process is Sadhana Siddha. So why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining in Prahlāda, whatever you hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, is a combination of two personalities. One personality is Sadhana Siddha and another personality is Nitya Siddha. Both of them appear together as Prahlāda Mahārāja. So there are two Prahlāda Mahārāja, as a Sadhana Siddha Prahlāda Mahārāja and one is Nitya Siddha Prahlāda Mahārāja. So why Prahlāda is so important? There are so many Siddha Bhaktas. Prahlāda is very, very important because Prahlāda represents Smaranam. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Prahlāda Mahārāja himself talks about 9 processes of devotional service. And out of that, Smaranam is very, very important because that is the perfection. Because Rupa Goswami explains the essence of all rules and regulation is always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. And Smaranam is the quality of a Nitya Siddha. What is the symptom of a Nitya Siddha Bhakta? who does not forget Krishna for a moment. That is the primary symptom of a Siddha Bhakta. We may say, oh, he is a pure devotee, he is a perfect devotee, this is the symptom. But Prabhupada said, real symptom, the most important symptom, primary symptom of a Nitya Siddha is he does not forget Krishna for a moment. And Prahlāda Mahārāja is a perfect example of that smaranam. That's why he is very, very important for all of us. And Mahaprabhu also, by his own example or by his own activity, established the importance of the character of Prahlāda Mahārāja. How? When Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, he used to go to the temple of Tota Gopinath, where Gadadhar Pandit used to reside. Mahaprabhu used to reside in the house of Kashi Mishra Gambhira, and Gadadhar Pandit used to stay in Tota Gopinath temple. So all of you know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. So Krishna used to go to the place of Radharani and used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Radharani is the speaker, Krishna is the listener. Wonderful combination. Wonderful Bhagavatam class. And Gadadhar Pandit used to ask Mahaprabhu, what should be the topic for discussion today? And Mahaprabhu used to tell, Dhruva Charita or Prahlāda Charita. Hundreds of times Mahaprabhu heard about Prahlāda Mahārāja. But we, as sadhaka, we like to hear the 5 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam from 10th canto. But here, those who perform those pastimes, they are hearing the character of Prahlāda Mahārāja. So by that we can understand that character of Prahlāda Mahārāja is very, very important for us. Why? Because we can learn what we should do as a sadhaka, and we can also know what are the activities, symptoms, characteristics of a devotee who has attained perfection. That's why Prahlāda Mahārāja is very, very important character. And there is another character, very, very important character in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Hiranyakashipu. So Nrsimhadev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but discussion about him is very less. Discussion is more about Hiranyakashipu in detail. And then the activities of Prahlāda Mahārāja. So by this we can understand that the activities of devotees are more important for us than the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? Because we can learn from the activities. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as devotee to personally demonstrate the activity of a devotee. We should learn from the teachings from Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, but we should learn from the activities of a devotee. In Kali Yuga, very difficult to understand theoretical class, right? That's why Krishna has to give practical demonstration. So Prahlāda Mahārāja is the practical demonstration of pure devotional service. So who was Prahlāda? Who is Prahlāda? How he became Prahlāda? As a sadhaka. So that aspect is very, very important. In his previous life, Prahlāda was not a pure devotee. 2 Puranas explain he was attached to one prostitute, another Purana it is explained he was attached to a girlfriend. And the Purana which explained his attachment for his girlfriend, what he did, he was in a building, broken down building, old building, and they went to have some fun, and they cleaned that building. And because of that cleaning, that boy became Prahlāda. So we clean so many buildings. Why we don't become Prahlāda? Because that building somehow was the temple of Lord Nrsimhadev. And the day of cleaning was also auspicious, Nrsimha Chaturdasi day. And other Purana explains that Prahlāda was a boy and he was attached to a prostitute. And one day they were fighting, arguing with each other, and they stopped talking, and they did not eat, they did not sleep whole day, whole night because of the anger. And somehow that day was Nrsimha Chaturdasi day. So full fasting and did not sleep also. And because of that, he got the benefit of Nrsimha Chaturdasi Vrata and he became Prahlāda. This is the glory of Nrsimha Chaturdasi. Unconscious observance of Nrsimha Chaturdasi can produce Prahlāda. So those who are observing knowingly, properly, so many Prahlāda we can have in our wonderful society, right? And that's why Prahlāda Mahārāja character is very, very important for us. Another aspect, then why Prahlāda took birth from the womb of a mother who was the wife of a person who was not a great devotee, who was a great demon, Hiranyakashipu. Why? Because Hiranyakashipu had a mission in his life. What was the mission? Everybody has mission. So Hiranyakashipu had the mission to kill Vishnu. That was his mission. And he wanted to get strength to kill Vishnu. And he understood that he needs a lot of strength. And during those days, they are very clear. In order to get strength, we have to perform tapasya, austerity. If you want to become a demon, great demon, austerity is needed. If we want to become great devotee, austerity is needed. Austerity is the integral part of successful life. And success story can be different, and success parameter can be different, but success means austerity. Without austerity, without hard work, nobody can be successful. So Hiranyakashipu went to the mountain to do austerity. And powerful austerity. And somehow the demigods headed by Brahma were in anxiety. What will happen? So how to disturb his tapasya, austerity. So Narad Muni said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. So Narad Muni and Parvat Muni went to disturb the austerity of Hiranyakashipu. They took the form of two birds and started chanting the holy name of Narayan. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. By hearing this mantra, Hiranyakashipu woke up from the austerity. See the difference between a devotee and a demon. When devotees perform austerity, they chant the holy name of the Lord. And those who are performing austerity to become demon, they don't like to hear the name of Narayan. So he was very disturbed, he became very angry. And he wanted to kill both the birds, but could not do it. So he came back. And his wife Koyadu said, my dear husband, you went to do austerity for thousands of years, but you came back so quickly. Why? Then he explained the whole story. And during sexual intercourse with his wife, he was discussing about Narad Muni, not Narad Muni, that bird was chanting the name Om Namo Narayanaya. So Hiranyakashipu was remembering Narayan during the conception, and that time Prahlāda was conceived. So that is the power of Krishna consciousness. Even if a demon is Krishna conscious, then he will get a devotee child like Prahlāda. That is the power of Krishna consciousness. So in that way, we can understand that Prahlāda became Prahlāda because of devotional service. So devotional service is very, very powerful. Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu how devotional service begins. Devotional service begins with agyata sukriti, unknowingly accumulating devotional piety. That is very, very powerful. That's why Srila Prabhupada has established this International Society for Krishna Consciousness, big temples, big projects. Why? People will come without knowing the effect of visiting a temple. And when people will come to visit the temple, so many people come to Mayapur Dham, ISKCON Mayapur. They come to see Radha Madhav, they take prasad, they get Prabhupada's books. They don't know all this, what is the importance, but somehow they get it. This is called agyata sukriti. And when it is accumulated, then slowly he develops attraction for devotional service. And because of that, they get sadhu sangha, and sadhana bhakti begins. So therefore, accumulation of agyata sukriti is very, very important. So we should be very, very knowledgeable in this aspect. Those who are preaching Krishna consciousness, we should not think that preaching will have always immediate effect. It may take long time, but we should not think nothing is happening. Those who are in touch with Krishna in any way, that will not go in vain, because that is the potency of pure devotional service. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita why he appears in this world. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya ca duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So that is explained in Bhagavad Gita. 3 reasons. Paritranaya sadhunam, protecting the pious or devotees. Vinasaya ca duskritam, annihilating the miscreants or the demons, and dharma samsthapanarthaya, re-establishing the principle of religion. So these are the main reasons of Lord's appearance in this world. So Lord Nrsimhadev appeared to protect his dear devotee Prahlāda and to annihilate or destroy the demon Hiranyakashipu, to establish the process of bhakti in this world. But Hiranyakashipu may be the reason of Mahaprabhu, of Lord Nrsimhadev appearance. Prahlāda may be the reasons of Nrsimhadev appearance, but Nrsimhadev himself has reasons to come to this world. So that's why one reason is external or jagat hetu, for the deliverance of people of this world. That's why Lord comes. For his own reasons also Lord comes into this material world. One day Lakshmiji was massaging the lotus feet of the Lord, and Lakshmiji told her husband that I heard that you fight with the demons, but your limb is so soft, your body is so soft, and how you fight with the demons with this body, soft body? He said, oh, you have the desire, I'll show you how I fight with the demons. So to fulfill the desire of Lakshmiji, Lord wanted to exhibit some wonderful fight. That's why Lord came as Nrsimhadev. Another reason explained. One day in Vaikuntha, Joy, Vijay were talking. And they're discussing that our Lord is the supreme enjoyer. He is having all the enjoyment, but one enjoyment he is not getting. The joy of wrestling match. Because in Vaikuntha, that is not possible. Why? Because up to friendship, you can only shake hand. Beyond that, you cannot do. because Lord is the master and devotees are the servants. That is not Vrindavan. So these Jai Vijayas were thinking, our Lord must get this joy of wrestling. So Lord is there as Paramatma. So Lord thought, oh, our devotees are desiring something, I must fulfill their desire. So in order to make that happen, Lord manifested a pastime. And Chatuskumar, 4 Kumaras came at the gate of Vaikuntha. Which Vaikuntha? You should know that also. Rama Vaikuntha. There are 3 Vaikunthas in this material world. One is Setadip, where Kshiradakshaya Vishnu is residing. One is a special Vaikuntha for Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva Loka. And third one is Rama Vaikuntha. So this pastime of Jai Vijay took place in Rama Vaikuntha. So although spiritual world, but it's not in Vaikuntha planet, in this material realm. So Jai Vijay were guarding. So Chatuskumar, 4 Kumaras enter into Vaikuntha. 7 gates, 6 gates they cross. 7 gate, they are stopped. He said, who are you? Who are you? Naked boys, 5 years boys, 4 Kumaras. They are stopped. And when they are stopped, and Kumaras became very upset, he said, you are supposed to be the representative of the Lord, but you are behaving like a demon. You are stopping me. You are stopping us. So they became very upset and they cursed. So when that was happening, so Lord came. Something is happening, some sound is happening. Lord knows everything. So he took his wife also, Lakshmiji, let's go see what's happening at the gate. So both of them came and he started chastising Jai Vijay. Narayan started chastising. He said, how you can stop these Brahmanas? You know, I became God because of these Brahmanas only. And he started glorifying Brahmanas. And the way he was talking, the Kumaras was confused whether Lord is glorifying them or chastising them, what he is talking. He said, my dear Lord, so please, whatever you decide, we will accept. So Lord said, okay. So Kumara said that you have 2 choices. One, you can go to the material world, you can go to Bhuloka and take birth as devotee and stay there for 7 lifetimes. Or you can take the form of a demon and you can come back after 3 lives. You can choose. So Jai Vijay thought 7 lives, very difficult, so long separation from the Lord. So 3 lives as demons are okay for us. Everything happened by the desire of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because Jai Vijay wanted to give the experience of good fight. And as a devotee, you cannot fight with the Lord. In order to fight with the Lord, what should be done? We should become inimical. Inimical, then you can fight. So Jai Vijay wanted to become demon and wanted to give the joy of fighting. And because of these reasons, Lord came as Nrsimhadev. So here, Prahlāda is seeing the Lord. Hiranyakashipu is also seeing the Lord. But both of them are seeing, but both are not seeing the same thing. Hiranyakashipu was thinking, who is this creature? Who is this man? Is a man, human being, or who is he? He did not understand that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Prahlāda could understand that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in order to see the Lord, we have to develop the quality of Shuddha Bhakti. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hidayeshu vilakayanti. Jang Sham Sundaram Achinta Guna Sarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So seeing the Lord is not important. Hiranyakashipu also saw the Lord. Kauravas also saw the Lord. Ravana saw the Lord. Seeing the Lord is not important. That's why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada used to say, don't try to see God. Try to serve Krishna in such a way, the Lord will come to see you. So service is important. Seeing the Lord is not important. So there is a story that one devotee used to come, blind devotee in Vrindavan, used to come to see Bhakya Bihari. And people used to laugh that he is a blind man. Why he is coming to the temple to see the Lord? He said, I am not coming to see the Lord. I am coming to the temple so that Lord can see me and I am giving the attendance, I am here. So whether we can see the Lord or not, we should come to the temple so that Lord can see us. That should be the mood. Because with these mundane eyes, we cannot see the Lord. How we can see the Lord? Once Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada was giving lecture in Brajmandal. Some devotees went for darshan of the deities. And after they came back, then Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, how was your eye massage? He said, you are trying to see the Lord with your mundane eyes. You should try to see the Lord through your ears. Sravanam, hearing is a process. That's why we should try to hear. Prahlāda Mahārāja became perfect. Why he became perfect? Because he heard from Narada Muni. Because he was teaching his friends in the school, Gurukul, about devotional service. And his friends were surprised that our teachers are Sanda and Amarka. And their teachings are demoniac teachings, and your teaching is totally devotional teaching. Where from you learned this? Nobody is allowed here. Tight security guard in the palace in Gurukul. Where from you learned this? Then he explained that I learned this thing from Narada Muni while I was in the womb of my mother. So devotional service can begin from the womb. And Narada Muni is the expert preacher. He can preach to a person who is in the womb. See the power of Narada Muni's preaching. We say, oh, preaching is difficult. Because people are not available, people are not attentive, people are not so favorable. So many excuses we give. Get inspiration from Narada Muni. He is preaching who is not even born. In the womb. And Narada Muni said, Prahlāda said that I also heard and my mother also heard. But my mother was sleeping. That's why she could not remember what she heard. But I was attentively hearing. That's why I did not forget a word what was spoken by Narada Muni. Attentive hearing. Even in the womb, Narada Muni was, Prahlāda was awake. But in Bhagavatam class, we sleep and expect the same result of Prahlāda. In the womb, Prahlāda was not sleeping. In the womb, Prahlāda was attentively hearing from his spiritual master, Narada Muni. So attentive hearing is very, very important. So perfection will come from attentive hearing. Prahlāda became perfect by attentive hearing from his spiritual master. But that is possible when we are advanced in our consciousness. Hearing can be at 4 different levels. Hearing in the mode of ignorance, hearing in the mode of passion, hearing in the mode of goodness, and transcendental hearing. So we have 4 inspiration also in our devotional service, 4 inspiration in our activities, 4 levels of inspiration or motivation according to our mode. Those who are in the mode of ignorance, their inspiration is fear. They do activities out of fear. Those who are in the mode of passion, they do activities because they want something material profit. Material desires are the inspiration. Goodness is duty. Out of duty they perform their activities. And those who are transcendental, beyond three modes, they perform their activities out of love for the Lord. In the same way, hearing also at four different levels. Those who are in ignorance, they also hear because they know hearing is important, but they come to the class and they sleep. That is activity of hearing, those who are in the mode of ignorance. As soon as speaker starts speaking, the listener thinks this is the most important time of the day and I can do the most important activity and I sleep. And they say also that this sleeping of 1 hour is more powerful than 6 hours at night. This is hearing in the mode of ignorance. Then passion. In ignorance, both ears and eyes are closed. But those who are in passion, their eyes cannot be closed because they are very active in the mind. And their eyes are open, but ears are closed. Mind here and there going, all the plannings, everything is happening. And class is going on, and nothing is entering. Entering through one ear and going through another ear. That is called hearing in the mode of passion. Then mode of goodness. Why they hear, they repeat, they take notes, attentive hearing. That is the symptom of mode of goodness. But those who are transcendental, they hear and transcendental sound vibration goes to the heart. It's not an intellectual endeavor. That goes to the heart. And when we hear from a realized soul, it is explained that transcendental sound vibration carries the aroma of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. Because realization has a powerful impact, because a realized soul speaks from the heart, not from the intellect. And that sound vibration carries the aroma from the dust of the lotus feet, because Lord resides in the heart of a pure devotee, not as Paramatma, but as Radha Madhav, Radha Govinda. So that sound vibration carries the aroma of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. And that's why it becomes very, very powerful. And if someone listens very attentively, if that sound vibration goes into the heart of that listener, the Krishna is transferred from the heart of the speaker to the heart of the listener. And Prabhupada explained that is real initiation. What is real initiation? When Krishna is transferred from the heart of the Guru to the heart of the disciple. Prabhupada explains the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Krishna appeared in the mind or heart of Vasudev. Vasudev means Shuddha Sattva, who is free from three modes of material nature. And that sound vibration, Krishna was transferred from that heart of Vasudev to the heart of Devaki. Why? Because Vasudev was very happy by the wonderful service of Devaki. And when Guru is pleased, Krishna feels obligated to be transferred to the heart, from the heart of the spiritual master to the heart of the disciple. That is the highest level of hearing. That's why it is said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunai Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Karo Uday. That Krishna Prema is nothing to be obtained externally. It is there within that has to be awakened. And how it is awakened? When you hear attentively. Attentive hearing leads to Prema Bhakti. So that's why Prahlāda Mahārāja became Prahlāda Mahārāja, because he was very, very attentive while he was hearing from the lotus mouth of his spiritual master, Narada Muni. And just to conclude, time is up. So Prahlāda was tortured like anything. This is the world. This world is meant to give us what? Miseries, torture. We should not think, oh, why I am miserable? That is normal. If you are not miserable, something is wrong. This world is the world of misery. Whether you are a devotee or not devotee, you will be miserable. Whether you are a Suddha Bhakta or not Suddha Bhakta, you will be miserable. Prahlāda Mahārāja was a Siddha Bhakta. What a life he had to go through. So this is the world. Then we may say, what's the point then becoming pure devotee? People say, whether if you are a devotee, miserable. If you are not a devotee, miserable. But pure devotee is not miserable, he is most miserable. Those who are not devotee, their life is miserable. Those who are practicing devotee, their life is more miserable. And those who are perfect devotee, their life is most miserable. Now we should choose what we want to become. Bhagavatam is fully describing these things, right? In details. Pandavas, how they are tortured, how they are miserable. Prahlāda, how he was miserable. Then what is the difference? What is the difference? Prahlāda was not affected by it. Haridas Thakur was tortured. He was not affected by it. Why? Because these devotees have taken complete shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Those who are fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they cannot be touched by anything of this material world. They are under the full protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then why Lord puts this devotee into difficulty? What is the reason? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, those who surrender unto me, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranang braja aham tang sarva papebhya moksha masacha. Don't worry, my dear devotees, just surrender unto me. All your anxiety will go away. The cause of anxiety is lack of surrender. And full surrender means no anxiety. Anxiety-free life. So, those who are fully surrendered doesn't mean they are completely pure. But they are fully under the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma, law of karma, does not work for that devotee. So Krishna takes care. But Krishna wants to make sure that devotee becomes completely pure. So those who are fully surrendered, still there are some subtle desire in the heart. So Krishna wants to make sure those desires are also gone. And how to do that? He plans in such a way that devotees are in difficulty. Because unless we are in difficulty, we cannot go through purification. Complacent life or pleasant life, comfortable life attracts material attachment. But those who are in difficulty, they go through that pain of material difficulty and gets purified. That's why Krishna makes sure devotees are not in a comfortable situation. They are in difficult situation. So that whatever subtle desires are there in the heart are removed. So that is done just like goldsmith. How he checks the gold is pure or not? He puts that gold into acid test, not water test. When we are in difficulty, that is the acid test by Krishna. Those who are fully surrendered. Then purification is done. Then what is the next step? He has attained love of Godhead. But Krishna is not happy with that. He wants to increase the intensity of his love. And how to do that? More difficulty. Then love is intensified. What is the next? Then we should have a pleasant life. No, more difficulty. Why? He wants to preach to the whole world, to show to the whole world, see how my devotees act during the time of difficulties. Prahlāda was put into difficulty to show the whole world, see how Prahlāda is responding to the difficult situation. He was in complete protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So day before Lord Nrsimhadeva's appearance, Prahlāda was thrown into the ocean because Prahlāda was tortured in every way so that he can be killed. But nothing, no plan was working. So last plan was to throw him in the ocean day before Nrsimhadeva's appearance, Trayadashi day. And Prahlāda was little upset. He said, why my father is doing, I am not harming him, why he is doing this to me? And because Prahlāda was not happy, and Nrsimhadeva became very angry. And he appeared before Prahlāda. He said, Prahlāda, don't worry. I'll make sure Hiranyakashipu will be killed. And on that day, Prahlāda became completely fearless and he saw the form of Lord Nrsimhadeva first time. Before that, I heard Purana explains, Prahlāda was worshipping the form of Krishna. Matirna Krishnair Parato Satoba. But on that day, he saw the form of Lord Nrsimhadeva. And by seeing that form, he became completely fearless. And next day, and Hiranyakashipu was torturing Prahlāda. He said, you are going beyond your limit. And you are talking about Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Where is Vishnu? And that time, after seeing that form of Nrsimhadeva, Prahlāda was seeing Nrsimhadeva everywhere. And he saw also in the pillar. And when Hiranyakashipu asked, your Lord Vishnu is in the pillar? He said, yes, he is in the pillar. He never gave the theoretical answer. He gave the practical answer because he could see Nrsimhadeva in the pillar. And Nrsimhadeva appeared to protect Prahlāda and to annihilate Hiranyakashipu. So, by this we can understand that when Vaishnava is offended, when pure devotee is offended, Hiranyakashipu tortured the whole universe, but when he started torturing Nrsimhadeva, torturing Prahlāda Mahārāja, and when it went to the climax, then Lord appeared. So you have to be very, very careful that if you offend the Vaishnavas and if you offend the Uttamadhikari Vaishnavas, the result is annihilation. We will be completely destroyed. Our devotional service will be completely destroyed. Therefore, we should be very, very careful not to offend the Vaishnavas and try to be away from the demoniac association so that we can develop divine qualities. So we have two choices, develop the quality of Hiranyakashipu or develop the qualities of Prahlāda Mahārāja. So on this auspicious day, we should aspire to develop the qualities of Prahlāda Mahārāja and get the blessings of Lord Nrsimhadev. Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Bhaktaraj Prahlāda Mahārāja ki, Samaveta Bhakta Binda ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So I don't know, we have time for questions or comments. Today is fasting, no breakfast. So those who have other engagements, they are
in Prabhupada's final days, the doctors came to him and said, Swamiji, we can't understand why you're not screaming for morphine, because his condition was, from a medical standpoint, so painful. And Prabhupada said, this is my medicine, and he just kept translating. So there's also a function, you know, if we actually apply the philosophy that's given, like in Tate no Kampam Shukshamikshamano, we can actually experience spiritual pleasure in the midst of excruciating material pains.
Haribol.
Right?
Yeah.
You've had personal experience of that, I think. It's a common thing amongst devotees, you know, if they really apply the philosophy and just give their hearts to Krishna, the calamities happen, but the bliss goes on. And Prabhupada was always in bliss, no matter what.
Yeah.
Prachar?
Yes, perfect. Any other comment, question?
Hare Krishna, udvahan Maharaj. When, as Maharaj you said, when Prahlāda Mahārāja was in the womb, he heard attentively and he got the full knowledge from Narad Muni. But when even his mother was sleeping, but when Abhimanyu was in the womb and his mother was sleeping, in a Chakravyuh he got only half knowledge. So
that shows the difference between Prahlāda and Abhimanyu.
okay, so Abhimanyu was also sleeping then.
Hopefully, yes.
Thank you.
You coordinate the mic.
Maharaj, the story from the Puranas of Prahlāda Mahārāja's previous life, still he had that mercy that he happened to be at the right place, at the right time to do that tapasya unknowingly. So what causes that mercy?
That is called causeless.
So
Ahituki kripa. That's causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
but then because we understand that Krishna is partial to his devotees, but is impartial, to everybody. So he got some causeless mercy. Why didn't get that causeless mercy?
Because there is no cause. You cannot explain. That's why it's causeless. It's very, very rare. It's not a normal thing. Mercy comes when you are sincere. That is a normal process. But sometimes when you get kripa siddhi, explanation is very difficult to give because it's causeless. Just like honorary PhD degree. That's not normal process. You get it? So this kripa siddhi is very, very exceptional. That is not the normal process.
Krishna Maharaj, how do you not forget? You mentioned about not forgetting moments.
What?
Not forgetting Krishna for even a moment.
Yeah. That is the perfection. That is the perfection.
Can you share how to do that?
Process is a practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Through the process of sadhana, we get perfection.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So, Maharaj was saying about Kripa Siddhi, and that we should not expect to become Kripa Siddha. So, but I was hearing in one lecture that in the present day we are not having the capacity to perform sadhana nicely. So it was said that our only hope is Kripa Siddhi, like that it said. And all our acharyas, after Sri Rupa who have come, they are all Kripa Siddhas. And we should aspire to become Kripa Siddha. So it's completely opposite. So how we should understand?
Where it is said? Prabhupada never said to aspire for Kripa Siddhi. Where Prabhupada said that we should aspire for Kripa Siddhi. Kripa Siddhi doesn't mean that when you do sadhana you don't get Kripa. Without Kripa you will not get perfection. Sadhana, by your own endeavor, we cannot get Siddhi. We need mercy. But Kripa Siddhi means without endeavor you get exceptionally that is called Kripa Siddhi. In Sadhana Siddhi also, you get the mercy. Unless you get the mercy of the Lord, you don't get Siddhi. By your own sadhana, we cannot get Siddhi.
Can you give one example of both Kripa Siddhi and Sadhana Siddhi, so that it becomes clear?
What?
Example of Sadhana Siddhi and Kripa Siddhi.
That example just like some... that Kartik, we say na, that one rat just did some lamp offering, he got Siddhi. Prahlāda Mahārāja, these are different examples where they get Kripa Siddhi. Sadhan Siddhi, all balance are all Sadhan Siddhis. Kripa Siddhis are very, very less. Very, very rare. Okay? But Kripa Siddhi examples are given to show the power of mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But that's not the normal process. To give us inspiration to do sadhana. Okay? Prabhupada said, if you want to go back home back to Godhead, one day he was giving a lecture. You have to be 100% Krishna conscious. Very heavy lecture he gave. Not less than that. 100% Krishna conscious. And he was at a very high basation and powerful lecture he was giving. And devotees are a little dismotivated. 100%, very difficult. He said, okay, 90%. Then he came down to 80%. Then he was coming down. Then he put his chadar like that. 70%, not less than that. But we should not aspire for 70%. If you aspire for 70%, you will land up in 30%. So that's why we should always try to be fully surrendered. Then if some deficiency, Prabhupada will take care. Okay?
There's one really powerful conversation that Srila Prabhupada had with Tamal Krishna Maharaj at the beginning of the Juhu project, which was just fraught with so many difficulties. And because it was so difficult, then Srila Prabhupada brought Tamal Krishna Maharaj in there. One day, Tamal Krishna Maharaj exclaimed to Srila Prabhupada, how can I think of Krishna? My mind is simply filled with temple finances. And Prabhupada said, yes, many lifetimes we've wasted on ourselves. If just in this one lifetime we can dedicate heart and soul to pushing on Lord Chaitanya's movement, then at the end, even if we're not completely perfect, Lord Chaitanya will personally come and take us back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Provided you go through this torture. Yeah. Easy way, no way. There is no easy way. Easy way is escapism. Okay. Any other?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, in sadhana siddhi, what is more important to attract the mercy of the Lord? Which is more important, in sadhana?
Which is more important? It depends on your. It depends who is your guru, because process of sadhana is given by guru. Sadhu Guru Shastra. Pleasing guru is more important than pleasing Krishna. So that's why we have to get the process from bona fide spiritual master. So in this age of Kali, Prabhupada and Shastra is very, very clear. Chanting of the holy name is the most important aspect of sadhana bhakti. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, there is one Garbhodaksha Vishnu also. He is also within material world, right? So this Rama Vaikuntha is this.
It's different.
Different.
Garbhodaksha Vishnu stays in Garbhodak ocean.
So it means there are 4 Vaikunthas in this.
3. Why you are speculating?
So this Garbhodaksha Vishnu is within.
That is not Vaikuntha.
Okay.
At the beginning of the class, Maharaj, you quoted Madhya Lila 22:113. Smarta. You didn't give the Sanskrit, but you gave the English translation. Smarta vyāsadatam Vishnu vishmartavyo nija-bhṛtya sarve vidhi nisheda shor etoyori vikinkara. That one should always remember Krishna and one should never forget him. And this is the hallmark of Prahlāda Mahārāja. And then the translation goes on, all the rules and regulations are simply servants of these 2 principles. And then in the purport, Prabhupada says that if we want to remember Krishna, then we chant Hare Krishna. And then he goes on to say, of all the rules and regulations given by the spiritual master, the chanting of 16 rounds is the most essential.
Very good. So I said correctly.
Good job, Maharaj.
Any other question? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, my question is like, as you said, the more we advance in Krishna consciousness, the more difficulty comes to purify us.
But don't tell this to other outside new people. They'll never come.
So
This is for the serious audience.
Yes, my question is, sometimes we say that we have to be a little practical in Krishna consciousness. So, like, my question is, what is the level of that practicality, so that it's not like we are giving some excuses, and if we not endeavor, then like as you say, the process goes like that. So, is there anything that for me that I am not giving excuse to me to like giving in the like by supporting that? Okay, let's be a little practical, we have to take care of our health or like that.
So, practical means devotional service is impractical. That's the way people think. So, practical means what? Practical means we should not be giving attention to devotional service. That is the meaning of practical. Or I was not able to understand your question.
Means like now, just like it's very hot in the temple room, so many people wants to attend the Narasimha Abhishek, but because of the temperature, some people are not able, so they are outside. So like, is it? So how to do?
This is called details. How you see the Abhishek, that is not the principle. Principle is that take part in Abhishek is very important aspect of devotional service. So how you do that, that's a detail. Because of the someone is not healthy, someone is not able to cope up with so many people, so they have to find some alternative way to take part in Abhishek. That is the details. That is not a practicality issue. That is what you can do. That is another way of seeing this practical.
Same this goes to our sadhana also, Maharaj.
But sadhana, I cannot chant 8 rounds. I cannot chant 16 rounds, it's not practical. That is not going to happen. So, one is details. Details can be adjusted. But principles cannot be adjusted. And details also can be adjusted by empowered acharyas. Not that I can change. So what Prabhupada has given, even the details you have to really discuss to change. So, changing the details is also a very, very important aspect, but that is possible by those who are very advanced in Krishna consciousness. Right? Prabhupada changed so many details because he was the empowered acharya. But by seeing him, if we start changing, there will be a dilution because we are not in that position to change the details also. So, chanting the holy name is the process. And the chanting 64 rounds was given by Prabhupada Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur, Mahaprabhu, but Prabhupada made it 16. But he said minimum 16. We don't say that. We think maximum 16. And 17 round may be the offense, 11th offense, so we need to chant 17 rounds. It's not like that. Because Prabhupada knew that it's not possible because mind is so restless. And it's not possible to chant 64 rounds, so at least chant 16 rounds, rest of the time engage in practical devotional service, again practical. But we should be always engaged in devotional service. That is the principle. Okay? But I cannot say, now Prabhupada made 16, now we can make 8. We cannot do that. Okay? So we'll end last.
Maharaj, you told Prahlāda Mahārāja before devotee of Krishna, and later on after getting...
That's Purana explains like that, interestingly.
And then he became devotee of Narasimha forever?
Not became, he is eternally the devotee of Nrsimhadev only, but while he was in the platform of sadhana bhakti, that time he was doing towards Krishna.
Our way is opposite of it.
Huh?
Our way is opposite, like we are now worshipping Narasimha.
But we are worshipping Nrsimhadev in a different way, not to attend Narasimha Vaikuntha. Our goal is to go to Goloka Vrindavan to serve Radha and Krishna. So worship of Nrsimhadev is very, very prominent and important because he removes the obstacles on our path to Goloka Vrindavan. And he is also the protector of Sankirtan movement. Just like Chatkazi's pastime, he exhibited how he is protecting the Sankirtan movement. So our Sankirtan movement is protected by Lord Nrsimhadev. Okay?
Thank you.
So you don't want to go to Narasimha Vaikuntha, right? Okay, no problem. There's nothing wrong to go to Narasimha Vaikuntha, very good. But Mahaprabhu has come to give us Goloka Vrindavan. So we are Gauriya Vaishnava. So we aspire for Goloka Vrindavan. Just like Prahlāda Mahārāja, his situation is Narasimha Vaikuntha. Eternally is there. So like that. Everything is perfect. But depending on the rasa, depending on the relationship, we have different destination in the spiritual world. Okay? So, Gunthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Bhaktaraj Prahlāda Mahārāja ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.